Next contestant of the stage, Mr. Dmitry Trapeznikov.
Dear fellow Toastmasters, dear guests, dear jazz lovers, definitely. The next song is called Won't You Come Home, Bill Bailey, or just Bill Bailey as is known among jazz musicians. And this song was written in 1902. Just imagine, 1902. It is more than 100 years ago, and it still has its swing, it still has its passion, and it's still very, very popular among jazz musicians and among melomanes throughout the world. And this song was written by a jazz pianist whose name is Hugh Conan. And at the time he was working in the bar. And you know, the fate of jazz pianists sometimes kind of hard. You probably have seen the movie La La Land recently, and you know that it's kind of difficult. And sometimes to make their life brighter, to have some new faces, to have some new people in their life, they talk to regulars. And one of the regulars was Bill Bailey. And this guy told the author of this song, Hugh Conan, a story about his life. And you probably can understand that he was a regular, so he was in this bar quite often, so he was drinking a lot, and he was listening to jazz music definitely a lot, but probably this thing that he was drinking a lot was a problem in his family. Because his wife, whose name was Sarah, she didn't like it, actually. And she was a tough woman, and for a long period of time she was okay with it. But at one time, at one point, she decided that basta, stop, I can't stand it anymore. And she was probably screaming, she was yelling, and she was pointing at the door. Or if it was in Russian, probably she would say something like "Oi, всё." But you know, this thing is quite common in families, and this emotion is quite understandable for this woman. But in this song, we will hear these emotions, we'll hear this reaction, and we'll hear this passion and this probably anger to the behavior of her beloved wife. So, Bill Bailey, won't you come home, Bill Bailey, might give this audience some more jazz.